avian/bird flu is now in mammals in the USA. And as the commies push the left and right into warring against themselves in the USA, Canada will be invaded by Russia and China, attacked and used for battleground in war on USA before Magog and Gog go and attack Israel. The wake up of the foolish and wise will wake up soon together. Then shortly after that the attack on Israel will happen, and judgment will fall on those in Israel, and only will stop that army, and once judgment has fallen on the land, he will destroy the army.
As a shepherd tends his flock on the day he is among his separated sheep, so I will tend to my sheep and rescue them from all the places where they were scattered on the day of cloud and darkness. I will remove them from the peoples and gather them from the lands and bring them to their soil, and I will tend them upon the mountains of Israel, in the streams and in all the land's habitations. Ezekiel 34.
The day of cloud and darkness will be that day. And it will be the day God will gather his wise sheep. Judah and Israel got grafted, and by his hand carried them in the blink of an eye to Israel, and the two will be made one, and the Spirit of God will be poured out fully on them all.
The woman was given the 2 wings of the great eagle, so that she could fly to her place in the desert, where she is taken care of for a season and 2 seasons and half a season, away from the serpent's presence. Rev 12:14.
Thus saith the Lord God Elohim, I will assemble you from the nations and gather you in from the lands where you have been scattered, and give you the land of Israel. They will come there and remove all its detestations and all its abominations from it. I will give them an undivided heart, and I will place a new spirit in them. I will remove the heart of stone from their flesh and give them a heart of flesh, so that they may walk in my decrees and observe my laws and fulfill them. Ezekiel 11.
God will protect the wise changed when the beasts rise. It will be the foolish that will be hunted, as the world is amazed of the beasts. But those whose heart follows the heart of their destinations and abominations, I will place the consequences of their way upon their head, the word of the Lord God Elohim. Ezekiel 11.
The greater exodus of Judah and Israel is the pre-trib rapture churches have called. Isaiah chapter 43. Fear not, for I am with you. From the east I will bring your offspring, and from the west I will gather you. I will say to the north, give them over, and to the south, do not withhold. Bring my sons from afar and my daughters from the ends of the earth. Everyone who is called by my name, and whom I have created for my glory, whom I have fashioned, even perfected, to liberate the people who are blind though they have eyes, and deaf though they have ears.
Ezekiel 20. But on my holy mountain, on the mountain of the height of Israel, the word of the Lord God Elohim, there the entire house of Israel, all of it, will serve me in the land. There I will accept them favorably, and there I will seek your tributes and the finest of your offerings, with all your consecrated things. Through a satisfying aroma I will accept you favorably, when I remove you from the peoples and gather you from the lands where you were scattered, and I will be sanctified through you in the eyes of the nations.
Then you will know that I am God, when I act with you for my name's sake, and not in accord with your evil ways and your corrupt deeds, O house of Israel, the word of the Lord God Elohim.
Ezekiel 36. Therefore, say to the house of Israel, Thus said the Lord God Elohim, It is not for your sake that I act, O house of Israel, but for my holy name that you have desecrated among the nations where you came. I will sanctify my great name that is desecrated among the nations, that you have desecrated among them. Then the nations will know that I am God, the word of the Lord God Elohim, when I become sanctified through you before their eyes. I will take you from among the nations and gather you from all the lands, and I will bring you to your own soil. Then I will sprinkle pure water upon you, that you may be cleansed. I will cleanse you from all your contamination and from all your idols. I will give you a new heart and put a new spirit within you. I will remove the heart of stone from your flesh and give you a heart of flesh. I will put my spirit within you, and I will make it so that you will follow my decrees and guard my ordinances and fulfill them. You will dwell in the land that I gave to your forefathers. You will be a people to me, and I will be a God to you.
But it is not to heaven as they say, it is to Israel after the war. They live off the 7-year supply left by the army, and they build the temple seen by Ezekiel, and they are a people unto God, and he is a God unto them. They fear nothing after that great exodus. Only the wise are gathered. So learn what Yeshua said divides the wise and foolish sheep of God, and the wise made one will walk in amazing things.
And it will happen after this, that I will pour out my Spirit upon all flesh, and your sons and daughters will prophesy, your elders will dream, prophetic, dreams, and your young men will see visions. Even also upon the slaves and upon the maidservants in those days I will pour out my Spirit. I will set wonders in the heavens and on the earth, blood and fire and pillars of smoke. The sun will turn to darkness and the moon to blood, red, before the coming of the great and awesome day of God. And it will be that anyone who calls in the name of God will escape. For on the mountain of Zion and in Jerusalem there will be refuge, as God said, and among the survivors whom God summons. Joel. The greater exodus happens after the wake up, then 3.5 years when the two witnesses are called up, then all the sheep of God will be called before the throne in heaven, a number uncountable. The mid-trib call up to heaven, as the sealed 144,000 is sealed for protection during the greater trib until Yeshua returns for the 1,000 years.
The two witnesses are alive, and have been alive since Yeshua walked. They are the two Yeshua said, Verily I say unto you, there be some standing here, which shall not taste of death, till they see the Son of Man coming in his kingdom. Matthew 16. Yeshua, the King, is not a liar. The two witnesses have seen everything since Yeshua left to the time when they will proclaim their message to all the world.
The wake up is soon, sheep of God, walk as the wise as the Master, Yeshua the Word, heart of God made flesh has shared. Love Batman.